Hi, I'm Sharon Perun, the owner of Beads and More, located in Woodbury, Connecticut. And let's start beading. So next, I'm going to talk about the tools that you need for bead stringing. 4 tools: wire cutter, flat nose plier, a chain nose or tapered flat nose, and the crimping plier. This is really key, and we're going to talk about this quite a bit in some detail. But first off, a wire cutter. Don't use your husband's or boyfriend's or other family members. Get your own, dedicated to jewelry making only, and don't let anyone else borrow it for other purposes. You always want your cut of your wire to be nice and crisp and clean. You'll find that as you start stringing your piece, it may get a little more difficult to string the beads. All you have to do is just give your wire a nice fresh cut, and you'll find that it's then easier to string your beads. And you really only want to use this for your wire and jewelry making and not for other crafting. So we talked about the cutter, and next off, talking about pliers. This is a flat nose plier. It's squared off at the tip. Very important when you use jewelry making pliers is to make sure that they're smooth inside. So let's say you have some crafting pliers at home that you're going to use for jewelry making. Check the inside. Make sure that there's no ridges here. If you do have ridges, don't use them for jewelry making because they're going to mar all your silver, end caps, anything you use them for. They're going to really ruin those findings, and when I say findings in jewelry making, I mean your jump rings, your clasps, your toggles. So very important, the pliers have to be smooth inside. This is, again, a flat nose plier. Next tool is a chain nose plier, or sometimes it's referred to as a tapered flat nose. Makes sense, doesn't it? There's your flat nose that's squared off, and here's your tapered. Again, smooth inside, very important. We're going to talk about this crimp plier quite a bit. This is what's going to hold your piece together after you've strung your beads and you're ready to crimp. You're going to use a crimping plier. This is a regular crimping plier. Sometimes you'll see a micro crimper. Micro crimpers are used for a 2x1 size crimp. This standard crimping plier is for a 2x2 crimp. And come take a look at this. When you close the tool, you're going to see 2 sections, a front oval and an oval in the back. In the back, you're going to see a little divot that comes down. And actually, when you crimp a crimp bead, you're going to use this back part first. And that little divot is going to go between the wire and separate the wire and hold it snug. Then you're going to rotate that crimp 90 degrees, and you're going to use the front part of the plier, and you're going to fold that crimp in half onto itself. So we're going to spend a lot of time looking at a good crimp, how to do it the right way, and also a bad crimp, because that's important too, to recognize when your crimp hasn't turned out right. So about tools and the quality of construction, if you can avoid a economy line and go up to the next level, it's only a few dollars more. And if you look for box joint construction tools with an ergo handle, it may cost you a little bit more up front, but it's well worth it. The tools are going to last you so much longer, and they're going to be very comfortable in your hand. Box joint construction simply means that both sides of the tool were built at the same time, and the precision of the tool is going to be better for longer. So nice tools, you'll really appreciate it, and they'll last you a good long time.